ইভেন্টটা শেষ করে বের হয়ে আসতে হবে। অবশ্যই আমরা বলবো যে কিছুটা তো ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হচ্ছে, কারণ সামনে নির্বাচন, অনেকেরই দ্বিধাগ্রস্ত যে আস্থা এই মুহূর্তে বাংলাদেশে যাব কি যাব না। বাট ইভেন দেন আমরা দেখেছি যে আমাদের অন্যান্য যে প্রতিষ্ঠানগুলো আছে তাদের কাজকর্ম চলছে এবং আমরা করছি, করে বেরোয় আসছি। আমরা মনে করি যে আমরা এটাও সাকসেসফুলি শেষ করতে পারবো, কারণ আমাদের দেশের জন্য এটা দরকার। আসলে এটা তো রাজনীতির ঊর্ধ্বে, এখানে ব্যবসা এবং আমাদের ইকোনমিক্যাল কার্যক্রম এগুলো চলছে, প্রত্যেকটা ফ্যাক্টরি চলছে, গার্মেন্টস চলছে, হয়তো কখন একটু ভালো চলছে, কখন একটু খারাপ চলছে, কিন্তু আমাদেরকে চলতে হবে দেশের স্বার্থে, নিজেদের স্বার্থে। এখানে আসলে কোনো কম্প্রোমাইজ নেই, যেটার সঙ্গে রাজনীতির কোনো সম্পর্কই নাই।
It's not going away. It will show up again and again unless we fix all the things that we pass on in the name of education. I hope you'll have a chance to invite some of those leaders to come and tell us why they moved from the classroom to the street. And what is their expectation? What is missing in the classroom? So there is no mismatch. Education on one side, young people on the other side. That's no good. So this is an appeal. See if you can look through the videos since you missed out the real happening, but only a few months back, right here on the street. And ask yourself, what does it mean to us as a whole region, not just one country? The other issues that I wanted to share, which I have been fondly pursuing as a lone voice, probably, that our education system is wrong. This is a simple point I was making, I keep making. Our education system is job-oriented education. In the back of our mind, that everything we do, we think, if you go through this, if a student goes through this courses, they'll be good enough to take a job. If he or she fails to take a job, we think it's failure on the part of the student, not us. Why did you design a job-oriented education? That you have to have a degree to go to the job market so that they find you appropriate candidate. Is this the purpose of education? I'm sure you've gone through many times from a different perspective, how to adapt your syllabus and everything to be appropriate for the market, quote unquote market. My position always has been, human beings are not born as slaves. Each human being is a free person. Job comes from the tradition of slavery. You slave for somebody. You don't like the job, but you do it because they pay you. That's slavery. My lonely voice saying that human beings are born as a creative being. That's how we survived in this planet, as a creative being. From the very day we are born, we are creative. Even as a baby, we are creative. Creativity is essence of human being. Job is the negation of it. It takes away your creativity. You take orders. That's slavery. These young people who marched on the street, they refused to be slaves, refused to take orders. And that's where the conflict began. So what kind of education that you will be giving? This is a question I raise with you. You may dismiss it. You may pause for a while. But this is my point. Should we continue this education to create slaves? Turning creative being into slaves. That's a criminal job. So I translated that creativity into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur is a creative being. Why can't we teach entrepreneurs rather than job seekers? Tell young people you're not job seekers, you're job creators. You're agents of change. You create things the way you imagine. Imagination is the essence of human being. We discredit it. We say, no, not imagination. Be practical. Human beings are not born to be practical. They are born with enormous power of imagination. That's what drives them, makes them fall crazy. That's why they gave lives, imagination. They had nothing on the street. They had an imagination. We want to build a new Bangladesh. That's their slogan. And they were committed to it, didn't give up. Older people telling them, no, you go back to school, get some jobs. Uprising is over. Fascist regime disappeared. Now go back. They said, no, we're not going to go back. We came here for a purpose, not just throwing away a regime. We want to create the country in the imagination that we have. As you go around in Dhaka city, you'll be doing probably between sessions or after the sessions, you'll see the walls on the street. Every wall is painted. Still the painting is on. These are not artists. All these young people are not artists. Just the kids from every family. Family is not a rich family. Very mundane, everyday family is struggling with their life. The kid is coming out, having some imagination about what the country should be. That's all. Burning idea in them. So while they are fighting on the street, giving their lives, they are painting on the wall. What's wrong with this society? They draw pictures. They're not painters. They've never painted anything before. But this time they did. It's all there. Amazing expressions. You don't have them in their textbooks. They never learned from any poem or anything. Just figured it out, what this is all about. Just, I remember one quickly. One writes, there's no substitute. It goes on because there's no alternative. He gives the answer, I am the alternative. Similar thing all over Dhaka city. It's not only Dhaka city, every city in Bangladesh, you go, you see these paintings on the wall. There was no plan, there was no, somebody created this little messages, no. Everybody figured out their own messages. They just go to the little shop on the street, ask for money. Please give me some money, I want to buy some paint and some brush so that I can paint something on the wall. This is where the money came from. There was no planning authority designing who should do what, nothing. That is the inner creativity every single human being. So education right there on the street. But we refuse to learn. We go back to the books. We write, we learn how to write a good application for a job. That's a mismatch. I hope we could debate and discuss what education should be. Students have not raised that issue yet. They're so busy with the political issues. But someday they will raise that issue. What is education? Why are you teaching this? Who needs it? They will define what the education should be. And we should help them. Because we failed. We failed to help them grow up in their imagination. Make them imagine, make them go for it. Because that's what life is all about. Imagine and make it happen. I hope you'll have a chance to go through this from the videos or even inviting some of them. They will feel awkward because big professor sitting in front of students to listen. They may mumble. They're just like any other kid in your classroom. They're scared of their teachers. But because of the uprising, they may have hardened a little bit. I'm not talking about boys. I'm talking about both boys and girls. You listen to those girls who were pushed in the back of the home. Now they are leading the nation. Same girl. Not a different family. Same girl who are taught again and again, don't do this, don't do this. You're not supposed to do this. She's on the street, speaking out her mind. So you're in the right place and see what it means to our region. Our region is a one totality. It's not pieces that doesn't fit into the picture. It is a one whole picture. We work together. We learn from each other. We are a family. Politicians make them forget that. So we have to rediscover ourselves. Thank you. I'm very happy to be with you. Sorry for all this on-the-spot remarks. I hope it will mean something to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your profound wisdom, inspiring vision, and invaluable guidance for the future of higher education in South Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, now photo session with Honorable Chief Advisor. I humbly request Honorable Chief Advisor and all the guests on the stage to come to the audience and take your seat for the photo session.